The related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome to AI in Your Business, presented by Stadwell Solutions. Join your hosts, Judy Lamont, LLoyd Emelle, and Alica Carreno, as they explore how artificial intelligence is transforming today's business landscape. Each week you hear practical strategies, emerging technologies, expert interviews, and real-world successes. Stories designed to help your business increase productivity, protect their data, and confidently embrace the future of AI. Whether you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, or corporate leader, this is your source for making artificial intelligence more private, more practical, and more profitable.
Hi. I'm actually having a difficulty hearing you.
Yes.
Hi.
And Hank, share with us what you were telling me. Look at what he wrote.
Oh yes. So today we're doing our first episode here, and we have what we call Vibe to Vision. Our weekly radio and a video podcast exploring how artificial intelligence, entrepreneurship, community, and practical technology are reshaping the way we live and the way we work.
And what the beauty of it is that nearly anyone can do this, basically by conversation itself, and we can explore new systems, and we can just build up, and that's so great. And Judy, tell us a little bit about yourself and about all of this and what manifested, what vision.
Well,
Sorry,
first of
my
all,
mic
thanks
was
for
off.
having.
Okay.
There you go. First of all, thanks for having me on this show. I'm just so excited to talk to everybody. LLoyd and Alicia, are you able to hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear us, Judy?
To at least say to everybody, I've been around for a very long time. I sort of like to tell my age, just like 82, and people don't.
28, wow.
Yeah, right. And what's interesting about it is just a brief bio. I was a nurse for over 44 years, and then I just fell in love with the internet, had no idea what it was, didn't have a computer, didn't even know how to turn it on, and I'm actually a fast-forward self-taught and did all kinds of first things. I sort of like to say I helped pioneer the internet because there are no websites, no credit card processing, no zero, right?
Right.
Wow. You really? So you have you had firsthand experience. In Boca Raton, right here, this isn't that where IBM was originally?
IBM originally started their business here.
The first computer. So tell us a little bit more about how it manifested into AI.
Well, what's interesting about it is, since you're so young, you don't remember, that there wasn't any websites, now what there is over 1 billion of them, right? No credit card processing, there was no programming, none of that stuff.
We're from the 1900s.
So it just progressed.
Yeah. Yes.
That was actually, right at 33 years now, and what's interesting about it is, everything that we're seeing now, it was foundationally laid with the internet, because without everything that happened with the internet and all the programming and credit card processing, we started the very first shopping cart. No credit cards, no process, very even had any websites, and we put 6,000 products online without any of that. So it's pretty interesting what wasn't and what is now for sure. And so then I got very I mean, I've been helping people for over all these years, just work at home. 50% of people needed to work at the house and wanted to. And now I sort of think 90% really need to, not so much they want to. So we've had such a shift in our economy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now, what are you working on at the moment?
Well, I am so grateful. I met this wonderful person that I'm looking at right now called Lloyd. And it's amazing that I can't even believe that it's only been 6 months, if you can imagine that, right? So,
Six
and
months.
oh my gosh, and what I have seen him do, is just mind almost boggling to me, because he's so amazing and talented, and so here we are. We have this kind of cool program and business that we've started together, and I just I
We're
keep
losing you a
saying,
little bit.
well, if you need
Yeah.
Oh, we can hear
anything,
you
let me
now.
know. But I wonder, hey, I'll set it a little bit closer. Will that help?
Yes,
Yeah,
There we go.
that helps.
yeah. Okay, great.
Um,
But Lloyd said he wished he'd met me 15 years ago, and I wish I would have met him too. So
Right.
there you go.
Well, I believe in divine timing. I always think that things happen or delayed because maybe you were ready, but he wasn't, and vice versa. So, with that
Right.
said, and tell us, Tank, what is it that you are working with her with exactly?
Yeah. So this entire radio uh, show that we're doing is inspired and is a product of what we're going to talk about and what we've been
Exactly.
doing, right? Which is vibe to vision.
I love that. 1, 2, 3.
Vibe to vision.
Oh, do you get that? I love it because
Yeah.
and this era is so much about manifestation, and that has a lot to do with vibes, what you're getting, and that is a vision that you get, and that makes it into your mission.
Yes,
So
right.
So, Tank, tell us a little bit about what is something in particular that we can discuss with Judy that you can tell us, that you can tell me without killing me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, right, with this whole term vibe coding, have you heard of it?
Sure.
Okay, you've heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Psh. I know my AI.
Well, if you didn't know, the term comes from this ability to create or code,
Yes.
right?
Code. Yes.
Yes, without actually having to know how to code. So if
Right.
you
You don't
could,
need
if
to
you
be a
could,
programmer, right?
right?
You don't. I mean, the AI is actually sort of. I'm not sure if it'll ever replace the traditional programmers, but yeah.
That's right.
You know, I've noticed a lot, and I don't know if the listeners and the viewers would identify with that, but I noticed that when you do AI, when you work with the AI, the language is very simple, get straight to the point, don't play around, and then the delivery that they give to us is wonderful. I mean, I'm just blown away, and I have people that I know that are just, it's become their best friend.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. You know how people. It's very. I'm not an an anthropologist, but it's so interesting how people and how we all react to this machine because what you're looking at and what you're seeing is just a continuation of the development of the computer, right? The basic computer.
Right, right.
They had chatbots back in the 70s and 80s, right? And they were building these things early on, but they were text-based. So they were all visual and text, right? And then we started to get the graphical user interface, like Windows and Apple pioneered the way that we interact with computers.
Was the original text like Morse code?
Well, the original text, you would have to go into your religious text and see what the writings say. But I would say it's something more along the lines of like sound vibrations. I would say, right? And that's where we get to the vibe, because when you think about it,
Wow.
we when you have an idea or a business that you want to execute, you close your eyes and you imagine it, and then it becomes real, and then you say, I envision myself doing this, right? So then you go through the process and you step through to get to that vision.
That's what I was saying about it becomes a mission.
Right.
And there is no mission impossible. And I think that AI can help you with the process of it all. Don't you agree?
Well, we're proof of that.
We're
Judy
proof
and
of
I,
that,
Judy
yeah.
and I, like she mentioned, we met 6 months ago, and we've already accomplished quite a bit. And we are going to talk a little bit more about the Stedwell solutions.
Let's talk about that next. I agree.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll get to that. But right now, we want to define what vibe coding and what vibe is, right?
So let's cover the vibe, because that is a wonderful topic. Go ahead, Judy. You have something
Right.
to say?
Well, we want to be, I believe that we need to stay on this mission that we're doing simple for, the business and people, because right now it's this kind of this elusive, what is it? What do I do? I don't understand anything. So our purpose is to make it simple. Right, Lloyd?
Right. That's right.
Well, the KISS concept is something that's timeless, and I think many times we do have to simplify things to layman terms, like I always say. So,
KISS.
KISS.
Can you explain
Yeah.
what KISS is?
Yes, keep it simple, stupid.
KISS. Keep it simple, silly.
Or silly, sorry.
I like
We
that
make it
better.
family-friendly. Keep it
Yes.
simple, silly. Okay, so with that said, and let's go back a little bit to your story. Give us a little bit of your story, a little background, like 2 minutes, a 2-minute version. AI it, Judy.
There you go. Well, let's see. Not only was I a nurse, for a psychiatric nurse, if anybody wants to know that part of it, right?
In Florida.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so
And
you were
then
very busy.
Trifecta.
oh, for sure. And then I moved from Illinois down to Orlando, not even knowing there was a Florida. But then I helped start TRICARE. I don't know if you know what that is, but I was a computer nurse for over 15 years. And then I worked every weekend so I could work with the internet. And in the process, I have to tell my miracle story. In 2012, I had pancreatic cancer, and they gave me no hope to live. Only 1% even survives it. So I had a 19-hour surgery and chemo radiation, and here I am helping people,
Wow.
right?
28 years old, and you look fantastic. And, no, really, this is a miracle, because, so many people are fighting this. So, and what's your secret?
I had the only surgeon. The only surgeon that could do my surgery was in Orlando, and that was, it's all just a step process. 60 days in the hospital, long, lots of stuff. But my son asked me where I wanted on my bucket list, because they told me I still wouldn't live. And I said I want the ocean, so I sold my condo in Orlando, and here I am in Daytona Beach on the ocean. So,
That's right.
Wow. And so I'm sure after you got healed, you had all of these ideas and inspirations of what you wanted to do. And
right. So I could get back to health, and be productive, because I had to take a little bit of time off. But the good news is I was led to Lloyd, and I'm just so grateful and so blessed, to take
the Lord
my
or to Lloyd?
Yeah, to both. So, I believe, I don't know people's beliefs, but Jesus healed me, and here I am.
That's right.
Wow, I love that technology and Jesus, and some people would say that doesn't go hand in hand, but for any theologist who studies the Word of God, we'll see that it's completely goes together. So you met Lloyd, and 6 months ago, you said?
Yeah. And
tell us, so what exactly have you guys been kind of working on? Anything you can share with us?
Yes, and we've been in technology, as she described, for a long time. This computer technology arena, and right now there's a big interest in this thing they call AI. So Judy had the idea of, hey, do you know how to do AI? And I said, well, I kind of wrote the book on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Really?
And when I met
Amazing.
Lloyd, yes, go on. Yeah.
It's 2018, I can imagine, right?
Well, 2008, yeah. Really
Oh,
goes
2008.
back.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes
Wow.
back to 2008, yes. And well, now with the potential for data centers to really have a meaningful impact. They've always had a meaningful impact. We think about like Facebook and all these things that we take for granted. Those are all stored somewhere in a data center somewhere. And what happens is this. If you can recall back when the computers first came out, do you remember they had like room-sized computers? Or you
don't
saw
know.
pictures maybe?
Floppy disks.
Right.
I know. I
Well,
don't know.
they were actually the size of a building. The first computers were. I think I understood it was like almost the size of a university. That's how big they were. And now what are they? The size
Yeah.
of your fingernail, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
The
wow.
power for you to imagine, right? That
Yeah.
you could say something the size of this room will one day fit into the size of your fingernail. How many people do you think would, at the time, you had no
Hadn't even believed
vision
it,
of the
right?
future? How many people would believe you, right?
Well, one, Walt Disney.
Walt Disney, maybe, right?
right.
if
right.
if that, he'll have to be convinced. But now you think about it, that's what happens, right? And that's where we are with data centers. The data
Right.
center
Because
takes up the
now
size
with
of a
the-
room. Yeah.
There you go. Well, you know what? Some of those data centers they're building, and the billions, right? So that's being
Right.
told, they're the size of 2 football fields, from what I understand, and a lot of land, energy, and conservation, right?
That's right.
Like,
That's right. And the amount of energy and power that went into the first computer that took up the size of a room, down to a size of your fingernail that doesn't require any power, barely.
Well, my question, because my brother, he's part of a big, like kind of like a social media platform.
Yes.
And after the break, we will discuss this. I have a question for you. So we'll be right back after the break. All right.
Yeah.
AI is changing business fast. Is your business ready? Contact Steadwell.Solutions. With Steadwell Solutions, businesses can own and operate their own private AI systems instead of relying entirely on giant cloud data centers. Get the power of AI while keeping greater control of your valuable business information. Private, practical, powerful, and competitively priced. Don't watch your competition move ahead. Make AI your advantage today. Get started now. Email info@aichainexperts.com or visit Steadwell.Solutions. That's STEADWELL.Solutions. Steadwell Solutions. Own your AI, control your data, power your future.
You've been listening to AI in Your Business, presented by Stadwell Solutions. For more information about private AI solutions for your business, visit stadwell.solutions. And now, back to our show.
Welcome back. Here we are. And now we're opening up the audience a little bit. I'm going to introduce you to Kat, our friend Kat, my sister
That's right.
Priscilla, and our good friend Michael. And these are all AI enthusiasts. Meet the one and only Judy Lamont. Okay. Do you guys have any questions in
Well,
regards?
let's continue where we left off here before we
That's
continue.
true.
before we proceed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw a squirrel.
It's okay. So, well, Judy, we were just talking about the data centers and how big they are, and now we have what Judy's the phrase. What's the phrase you use, Judy? I love this
right.
phrase.
Yeah, I call it the AI micro data centers. And you know how this came about? This is so, I love talking to Lloyd. He's the he's so much fun and so innovative. And I was talking to him it's only been 2 weeks ago, guys, on this one. And I said to him, the issues that are going on with the states are fighting it, the farmers are fighting, et cetera, and how big they are. And I said, wouldn't it be something if we had a micro data center? And he says, we already have it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And now you do it, Lloyd.
Yes. So what Judy envisioned is she envisioned that there will be a micro data center, right? And so she came to the vibe coder and said, bring the vision into reality. And here we are 2 weeks later, and I've recruited Mike's over here, is a AI enthusiast, engineer, brilliant, and we have a great team of brilliant folks that we can reach out to bring AI in the way it should be.
We have Michael and we have Priscilla of Sea Sirens, who created Sea Sirens, which we're using AI to help with the environment, specifically with the ocean.
That's right.
And then we have Catalyst to bring it all together.
Right. So back to the AI micro data centers. What is happening is this: if you've ever used ChatGPT, which I think more than 50% of people maybe have had opportunity to
I love
chat
my
with
chat.
the
I love
GPT.
it. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So what is happening when you have a conversation? It's reading your emails maybe, or reading your chats and things like this. It has access to your information, and what the company does with your information, you have no idea. And it's training with your information if you don't deselect to not have it trained. So now you've got your private information sometimes on the public, their quote unquote company website, right? Mm-hmm. We don't want that, right? Sometimes we just want to just chat and have a conversation with ourselves, like you do with your Chat GPT, right?
Right. Well, no, I don't have conversations, but yeah.
Well,
yes. I get
just ask it a question like, what's Kat's son's name, right?
Right.
Ask a question that in natural language, like you mentioned earlier. What was that you said? You said now we can conversate with the chat. Right?
Yes, we can have
full conversation.
Yes.
People are like having like relationships.
Yeah, I know. There's people like, I don't know the name, but somebody knows somebody that's having a girlfriend that's like, did you guys what? Okay. Oh gosh. Oh. Okay. Okay. There's. I know somebody that has a fiance that is not real. But anyways, did you watch Her?
No.
With Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Okay. Anyways, back to what you were saying.
Yes.
So just to cut.
So what Stedwell Solutions brings to you is different solutions of private AI micro data centers. So you can have at the size. Remember, it used to be the size of a phone in the room, and now it's the size of your phone.
And it's called, and the name again, say it.
Stedwell.
Stedwell. How do you spell it?
STEADWELL.
Okay. So then we don't fall into 1984 by George Orwell.
There you go. You go.
And for that reason, we have Stedwell.
That's right. That's right. And
I have a high QI too.
What's exciting is this: is Stedwell is more than just a product. It's a network. So the mesh network is where you can build out your own power, your utility. You can have a AI computer. She has an AI computer. Michael has one. Kat has one.
But it's
and we
private.
all work it. We can all connect them together, and now our power is amplified. If we had it just
and where do we find this?
It's Stedwell.solutions is the website. Stedwell.solutions.
And it's up and going. I can go on it anytime.
And there's 2 products available now. And you can buy your handheld terminal.
Okay.
And your mini cube, which is a node in the network. So you connect them and you get your own private AI that you can chat to, and it can code for you, and it works for you. It works for your business. And that's what we want to really focus on, right, Judy? The entrepreneurs and the businesses.
Right. Because what's interesting is instead of having to have these huge data centers, then we have our what we call our micro one, and you can stack them to the ceiling if you want to, and build this mesh network that Lloyd is talking about.
Right.
And like you protect all your data. It's not. It still stays on your own desktop. It doesn't go to the cloud.
That's right.
This is fantastic. This is something the world needs now more than anything, because theft is now in that method. That's how thieves come.
We want to protect ourselves when we go to this next level of computing. It's like how we went from calculators to having TI 89 with the ability to do quadratic equations on a calculator, right? Now we're entering an era where I can have a full conversation and then it can think very clearly about a complex thing and give me a response in an instant.
Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, I love it. I when I was in college or in high school, where was AI to help me?
I know, it's such,
really?
an interesting thing.
Wow.
You know what's interesting? You know what I like about it too with this, the Chat GPT is my favorite one because I started with it. But I can put in a paragraph and it will build me a whole business at the same time, and then give me everything I need to do at the same time. And it really is. It's just simply amazing. And then it just keeps adding to what you're doing and pulling it here and there. And and I think that's if I want to do an email, it will help me with that. A PDF will help me with that. A PowerPoint,
Right.
It's amazing. Graphics,
So amazing.
everything.
Right. And that's vibe to vision, because now she's able to take something that she's envisioned, vibe it into vision.
And make it your mission.
That's right. Just
well,
like Sea Sirens Collective.
Sea Sirens Collective, which is, we have to talk about that next
Oh,
time.
yes,
Please,
yes,
there's
yes.
so much we have to
There's so
cover.
much to cover.
And Judy, thank you for opening, and Tank.
Yes.
I call him
and
Tank.
Thank you, Michael.
And Michael,
Priscilla.
Priscilla and
you guys
Kat.
want to shout out anything before we go?
Can I do a hot seat?
Real quick, 20 seconds.
We have 20
Okay.
seconds.
Okay, Judy, who is the audience?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Worldwide, global, everybody. There is no, there's no young or older in between.
That's right.
I love that.
It's for
If you
everyone.
know AI, then love you. Till next time, guys.
Peace.
Yeah. Oh, fine. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Peace
Yes,
be
thank
with
you. That was
you.
great,
Bye.
guys. Everybody, thank you. Woo.
You've been listening to AI and Your Business, presented by Stadwell Solutions, with your host, Judy Lamont, LLoyd Emelle, and Alica Carreno. Thank you for joining us as we explore the innovations, opportunities, and practical applications of artificial intelligence that are helping businesses thrive while maintaining greater control over their data. To learn more about private AI solutions for your business, visit stadwell.solutions or email info@aichainexperts.com. Join us next time for another edition of AI in Your Business, where technology meets strategy and innovation drives success.